Hello, people of the internet again. Welcome back to Cooking with Chelsey. Here I am, I'm Chelsey, and we're going back to the basics again to our Cooking with Sense book. Again, product placement. This lovely book with these lovely Canadian ladies from 1983. Again, I'm Chelsey, we're the same age, me and this book. Had a lot of history. Not so much together, but we're getting there. This book used to be with my grandmother, now it's mine. I'm gonna pass on her recipe and her love for cooking. So one of the things that we're all in that spot right now, we want something new, right? I don't know about you, but I'm sick of cooking the same stuff all the time. So this book is really great because it tells you all these master mixes that you can have ready to go. You wanna make pasta sauce, it's all gonna be ready. You wanna make a quick cake, I've got a cake in the oven right now because I don't like to waste time. When I'm in the kitchen, I wanna do it and I wanna do it quick. So this way you're gonna have everything ready. So this one is gonna be the tomato sauce mix. So this is gonna be used for a bunch of different recipes that you'll see later on my channel. I'm gonna go through the different recipes in the book, kind of a Julia kind of thing. You know, I'm going through this book, I'm trying the recipes. I'm gonna see how they fit, see how they work in 2021. Can we believe we're in 2021? We're a year into a pandemic. Oh, so sick of it. But I'm still enjoying cooking, doing a lot more cooking at home than I'm used to. But I mean, I am a pastry chef, my partner's a chef, but we're at home a lot more than we used to be. And we're spending a lot more money on food. And I wanna make it last. I wanna do budget things. Not budget, but I wanna spread my budget, do as much as I can with as little as possible, you know? So this is one of those great recipes. So it's got a bunch of different kinds of tomato. You can see in the recipe, it calls for tomatoes canned. Tomatoes canned, big chunky tomatoes. I'm not a huge fan. I bought them because they're in the recipe. I'm gonna put the juice in. I'm gonna put it all in. But I'm gonna cut up the tomatoes a bit because in the end, this recipe, we simmer it for 15 minutes and then we store it. You can freeze it, you can keep it in the fridge, whatever you want, but I'm just gonna cut up the tomatoes, give ourselves a little bit of a hand to start with. Okay, that's why, so everything's pre-measured, but instead of buying a big can of whole tomatoes, I bought a smaller can of whole tomatoes and, oh, these are juicy. Oh boy. I bought another can of already chopped up tomatoes. So same, but different, okay? So up to you if you wanna do whole tomatoes, however you like it. It's your kitchen, do what you want. I won't point with the knife anymore, sorry. Not trying to threaten anyone. Okay, here we have tomato sauce. So throw that in. Got my spatula, I'm gonna just clean out the bowl just to get all the last bit of the juicy goodness of this tomato sauce into the pot. Okay, the other ones came out pretty clean, but there's a little bit extra here. Okay, again, wasting food is wasting money and we don't want that. Okay. Okay, here we have tomato paste or tomato concentrate, depending on where you live and what you're doing. I mean, that's the thing about this is find what you can that's close enough. This is maybe not the same for everyone, but we've got 4 different kinds of tomato in here. Don't be afraid to, improvise a little bit, but we've got the right measurements that we asked for in the book. Okay, so here we are, we've got all the tomato mixed in. I'm gonna give that a little stir. Okay, now we have, it called for onion. Flaked, let's say exactly, instant onion flakes. Couldn't find those, but I did find like granulated onion. I think it's the same. I don't know, maybe they called them differently in 1983. Here we go. So I've got the onion. I've got garlic powder. Okay. Got salt. Some of the tomato that I added already had some salt in it, but I tried them, they weren't super salty. You can adjust for yourself if you don't like to cook with a lot of salt. Don't put the salt in to begin with, add the salt as you want. Okay, we've also got some parsley flakes here. If you've got fresh, grow it in your garden, throw fresh parsley in. Even better. I have fresh mint, but I don't have fresh parsley. So here we go. A little bit of sugar, cornstarch. Get in there. Okay. And we've got some water. All right, so we give that a bit of a stir. Ooh. Don't want to get it out of the pot here. Okay. Now, I'm gonna throw that on the stove. Hey, welcome back. So we've had our tomato sauce mix on the stove here, cooking for about 15 minutes. So here we are. It's nice and hot and bubbly still. It's cooked up nice. Smells delicious. Just gonna give it a little try. Make sure to stir while you're cooking so nothing gets stuck to the bottom and so you get a nice even cooked sauce. Let's see here. Hot, hot. Yeah, it's perfect. It's a good base. So then we can add other things for other recipes. We're going to get into those later. But yeah, really happy with the flavor and texture of that. Nice sauce. Great. Okay, so, oh, I really liked, I want tomato soup. Maybe that's on the recipe for tonight. Okay, so if you're gonna use it later on today, I mean, it's really hot right now, just took it off the stove. I'm gonna put a few spoonfuls in here. Ideally, probably you should look at the recipe you're gonna wanna make and measure it out accordingly. I'm just gonna put it here for now. I'm gonna put the rest, or some more anyways. I like to reduce, reuse, recycle, so I have these nice, great jam jars. Okay. It's great for storing in the fridge for a longer time. We'll clean that up later. It's fairly chunky because of, again, there was those whole tomatoes that I didn't really chop up too much. You could also blend it if you have a hand mixer and you want a smoother sauce. I like a bit of chunk, but I didn't want the whole big chunks of tomatoes. It's hot, it's hot. Okay, anyways, I'm gonna put the lid on it. And once it's cooled down, you can wait till it's cool to the touch. We are gonna put it in the fridge. And this guy here, got a knife somewhere that works. Really technical. There we go. Let it cool down a bit, into the fridge, all of it. Great base for many of our recipes that we're gonna go into further on in the channel. So if you like this video, like and subscribe. Let us know what you've made with the tomato sauce mix. Thanks for joining us. Like and subscribe. I already said like and subscribe.